Hey, I'm Coach Chris Collins.
Coach MJ.
And welcome to Bout That Life Podcast, where we talk AAU and basketball and everything in between. Please go ahead, hit that follow button, hit that like button, hit that shout out button, whatever you can to help us. Please follow us on YouTube. When you get an opportunity, hit that bell, that subscribe, and that like button. Everything helps us out. We're just trying to keep good content going and trying to make sure things, run smooth for us. We took a little week off, had a little break, but we're back to it, and we hit episode 7. And the fun fact is, most podcasts fail after episode 7 because guys kind of quit or give up or whatever the case may be. And again, I know for me and Mark, for especially, we're not doing this to be famous. We're not doing this to get some sort of, attention that we think we need. We just want to get a voice out to the people. And the biggest thing also, for me, is therapeutic. I just like being able to have a conversation about AAU basketball and sit down with some of these knuckleheads and talk real talk about everything that's going on. So for those who support what we're doing and enjoy what we're doing, please keep doing that. It helps us a lot. One small click for you is a big help to us. So for this episode 7, we have a former player of mine who he's definitely a goofball, and this should be a funny episode. He's done a lot to help out YBA and our program. I was fortunate to coach and train him and mentor him, and this is the first kid that I've personally coached that's going to be on the show, and he's definitely a character. I'm sure, Mark, you've seen that for yourself in our
a lot of charisma.
Yeah, there we go. That's a good word for it. and he's accomplished a lot though. He's worked hard, and I've seen his process from day one, and I'm really proud of him overall. Even though he gets on my nerves constantly, but that's just, I guess, part of being a coach. When they meet you when they're in 8th grade, they never actually grow up. They're still 8th graders forever when you deal with them. So that's kind of the situation I am. But without further ado, I want to introduce Kai Huntsberry. Okay, stop. Stop.
What did you create, Chris?
I know. Like, do you see him right now? Do you see him right now?
What did you create?
All right. So let's list this knucklehead's accolades, right? So Kai, where'd you play high school? Just so you can.
Placer High.
Placer High. Okay. Yeah, he played at Placer High. Probably was one of the only brothers in Placer High. So
Cap.
that was pretty unique in itself. But let's talk about his journey. So he started AAU in 4th grade. His main 2 AAU programs were our program, YBA Youth Basketball Academy and West Coast All-Stars. His high school accolades are pretty good. He was a very dominant high school player. Junior year, he got honorable mention for All-Metro. Senior year, he got first team All-Metro. And All-State, first team All-State. He was the MVP for the Optimus game, and he was also voted to play in the Sac Vs Bay game. As far as his career high school stats, his stat line was 17 points, 5 assists, 7 rebounds, and 3 steals. Scored 1,000 points in 2 years. Also has the school record for most steals, right? Right? Am I getting this right? Okay, all right. So for most steals, had 198 career steals, right? Okay. And then free throws in a season and free throws in a game. And he claims, the free throws in the game was 14 for 14.
No cap.
Yeah, whatever. I think you're lying. But and then free throws in the season, he made 168 out of 202. So not bad. Also, another accolade I got to give credit to. He got a quadruple double. His first playoff game, right? Or in your senior year, your first playoff game, right? Quadruple double. Do you remember who it was against?
No.
What is wrong with you?
You got to remember that.
Exactly. How do you? Who was it?
It was you and your mine.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough. So he did get a quadruple double, which, was not a bad stat, I guess, for a high school player. And
You've never done it.
yeah, fair enough. You're probably right. I haven't done that. So his current college, or the last college he was at, was San Diego City College. Obviously in San Diego, in case somebody is stupid enough to not know what that is. But yeah, he had real solid season there. I'm not gonna get all into his numbers, but just take my word for it. He had a solid season. The kid's a Division I point guard. He truly is. How many schools did you have looking at you when you did your second season?
I don't know. I really don't. A good amount.
What do you mean a good? Okay, name a couple. Like
Hawaii,
Nice.
Cal State Fullerton, Cal Poly, Montana State. I talked to my coach. Reached out to Florida for me.
Wow.
And North Carolina State.
Okay, well, good. See, there's a couple. So you did know a few.
Yeah, I don't know all the rest.
I didn't say all. I didn't say name all the schools.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be with this type of episode. So, again, he's a kid I actually coached.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I didn't coach you. Okay, and so
we coached ourselves.
You coached yourselves.
Me and Rory.
You and Rory.
Shout out to Rory. I hope he watches this show.
He's a genius. Rory's gonna invent the cure for cancer or something. So.
He invented the cure for a bad coach.
Wow, here we go. So
shout out to Rory.
I coached him. I coached him. What was I, sophomore year? You were a sophomore? Yeah, and he won a national title with me in Vegas in Bigfoot, and we played a lot of tough teams. That was the team, the Beast Mode team, right? That was sponsored by Marshawn or whatever. So yeah. that was actually a really good year, really fun year. Guys really stepped up. Him, and funny enough, with his team, this is the team that has DB Bout a Bag on it.
Shout out to my man DB.
Yeah.
Bout a Bag, and you gotta ask me.
Yeah, that was his teammate. Funny enough, I was actually laughing about that group, looking at a photo of them. They all became pretty successful at what they accomplished. Like, real talk. Like, one,
that's good.
Like Kobe Bird, remember him? He's a videographer now.
Okay.
Like he's
and
like
he was in 13 Reasons Why on Netflix.
Yeah. DB became a famous rapper. Right?
Okay.
Not a bad.
Yeah, yes. Duran's right next to him doing the same thing, just behind the scenes. And then this kid became okay. Rory is a genius, like clinically a genius. Like,
really?
And he can hoop, but he's like clinically a genius.
Facts.
Jake Mulaney, he plays at Rutgers
For
football.
Nice.
Football player at Rutgers. And then Steven, remember, he plays football. Steven Taylor, he plays football for, I think, some D1 or something, like D1 or D2. I can't remember. But, like, his whole team ended up becoming successful in some weird way or form. That might not have been basketball, but his whole team, like, really, like, made something of themselves. So,
what year was this? What year did you when you had all these guys?
It was my sophomore year, so like 2014 to 2015.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like weird. Like, they all just this weird group of kids that were killing it on the basketball court, but now they're all taking different life directions, right? And they're
rappers and geniuses.
Yeah, exactly. Rapper, exactly. He the only one that's still hooping for the most. You and Alex, you guys are the only two still hooping for the most part. But no, he did. Him and his group have done a lot of great things and done a lot of really cool stuff, and I'm really proud of them overall. So, without further ado, I guess I gotta ask this guy some questions. So we'll learn about Kai Huntsberry, because he thinks he's the most famous guy in Northern California.
I don't.
Yeah,
it's DB. Shout out to my man. I'm about to bag and gotta ask me.
Okay, thank you. Thanks, Kai. So first thing we want to talk about your AAU journey and your current journey right now. And your experience at San Diego City.
I started playing AAU in 4th grade. I've always played basketball. When I moved to California, I was playing, like, in kindergarten, I was playing, like, on the 2nd grade team. But then I didn't really move to, like, AAU until my 4th grade year, when I started playing football and baseball. And that's when I met all my coaches. So one of my coaches named Taj Morris is his father. And his dad went to Oklahoma, and then another one of my football coaches and my uncle, they started up a team called West Coast All Stars. And then we started playing all tournaments all over. We went to nationals my 6th grade year, and we got 4th. And then after that, it was just everybody started to grow, and I didn't, you know. So we all started growing apart from playing basketball together.
Right.
So I moved to YBA. One of my friends recommended me for YBA. I started playing for YBA. I tried out. Everybody thought I sucked.
Because you did.
I didn't.
He was.
No,
let's preface this correctly. Let's preface this correctly,
No,
Mark. This is so you get this information.
But
He was this chunky little, like 5'5" kid.
I wasn't 5'5".
Yeah, you were like 5'5".
I was 5 foot.
No, yeah, probably.
Even
yeah.
shorter.
Yeah, he was even shorter. And it was just this little short, round kid with little dinosaur arms that, we're like, well, we just need a kid that can dribble the damn ball up court. And he just somehow fit the bill. So he started on our, YBA.
No, I got you. No.
Our YBA X, our YBA Z team.
Can I tell my
he was
story?
on the X
Can I
team.
tell my story?
Go ahead, tell your
I tell
story.
my story?
I just wanted the truth to come out. That's all.
This is the truth.
Okay.
So then Coach Brandon, I got cut from every team.
Yes.
Coach Brandon gave me a shot. I didn't know I got cut until he told me years later. But he gave me a shot, and then after that, I met some of my lifelong friends. One of them's named Seamus, one of them named Josh. We all formed a brotherhood from playing there. And then just playing with the team, we would kill everybody. Literally everybody. We won every tournament.
Wow.
Ask Coach Brandon.
I'll be sure to ask.
So then Coach Brandon, he talked to the head the dogs coach, and he was like, this kid should not be playing on extreme team. He should be playing with you guys. And then he was like, no, he's not good enough. So they set up a scrimmage, and we beat them, and I gave them 30.
Okay.
So then they're like, no, he's still not good enough. And then Coach Brandon was like, are you sure? He was like, oh, he's not fast enough. So then we all had a race. I lost to 3 people from the dogs team. One of them, he ran track at Chico State. Well, he runs track now. He's a good friend of mine, the one that recommended me to play. One of them's playing football at UTEP.
Nice.
And I think the third one, he was just way older than me.
Okay. Fair enough. That
At
happens.
puberty.
That happens.
So it was just, Coach was like, oh, he's not good enough still. We already have somebody like him. So Coach Brandon was like, oh, okay, I'll keep him then. And then I just formed a relationship with Coach Brandon and all the coaches there, because they were the only people to really give me a chance to play here. So, and thank God it turned out well.
All you need is one person to believe in you.
Yeah, so then I played my 8th grade year, my 9th grade year, and my 10th grade year with Coach Chris. I played my first 2 years with Coach Brandon, and then I played for Coach Chris. My junior year, none of them coached my age group.
Mm-hmm.
So I really didn't have a team. I didn't know. I really didn't want to play for anybody else, but I got invited to play for the Adidas Uprising.
Nice.
So I played a couple tournaments. I went to Atlanta. I went to Dallas. I went to some pretty nice places, but Coach Brandon called me that summer. He was like, oh, I'm forming a team again, and I had to come back.
Nice.
I still don't hear the end of it. They always talk about how I left YBA.
He left YBA. He thought he was too good for us.
No. Literally, the
doesn't.
first call I got back from YBA, I was like, okay, yeah, we're back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so after that summer was a really great summer for me. It woke me up basketball-wise, because I really didn't think I could play. Before I played in that tournament, I was really doubting myself when it came to basketball, and I was like, I really can't play. And then I got an email from a D3 school, and it just changed my whole life and
Really?
what I thought.
Motivated you?
Yeah, it was just something where I cried that day, because I really didn't think I could play. I called my dad, and I was just crying about a school actually thinks I can play. So that year, my junior year to my senior year is when everything just changed, because I just turned it up in everything, because I believed in myself from those people believing in me.
I like that.
That junior year, summer, I got interest from Cal Poly and other schools like that, because I just played great in those tournaments that we played in. I got a call from USC by the end of my senior year.
Really? Nice.
And then I had some interest from USD and some other schools. My senior year summer, I hurt my ankle, but I played pretty well. We played against Team Why Not. We lost
I remember
to them.
that.
We shouldn't have lost.
Shouldn't have lost that game, damn it.
Yeah.
We had, if Ish would have made 1-3, well, I think
It's
he
not
only
even
made
that.
one, but
I was locking up their starting point guard, and I couldn't even really run or walk.
Wow.
Yeah,
It
that's when
just
your
off
ankle was
pure
hurt. Yeah.
adrenaline and just trying to play. So then after that, it was just like my junior year, I had honorable mention for everything, and then my senior year was just everything just shot up because of just that one belief in me. Because every year I feel like I just progressively got better, but that junior year when I really like found out that schools really think I can play, it was just I took everything to like a whole different level. So at the end of my senior year, like I was ranked up for a lot of stuff.
Really?
When it came to like in school, I brought Placer to its first section championship in 30 years.
Wow.
We lost. Oh, I was so mad, but it was just
still
something
good.
cool to hear like and do.
Yeah.
Every team that Placer's had
Yeah.
and the state championship game, like state championships, playoffs, and all of that, like the state playoffs, I was on.
So besides, because I'm a trainer, and hearing you saying that you started believing and everything like that, because that's the most important thing. What was your work ethic like going into that junior and senior year? Like, is it just natural talent, or were you putting in hours? Like, what was your routine like?
Well, it was just I always was in the gym. Like my parents were always mad at me for always not mad, but they're like they even got tired of me asking to go to the gym.
Nice.
And that was like my whole life because I just love being around basketball
That's
or like
good.
going to do something. But my junior and senior year, it was just a mindset thing also. So I'm a late bloomer is what they call it. So it's just I wasn't gifted early with athleticism and being fast. So like everything I did like as a point guard now, like growing into my size and all of that was built for me. I thought I was gonna be 5'5" forever.
Yeah. So you were just working on skill.
Like just all skill. I didn't
good.
really like when I started to grow, I really wasn't working on athletic. Of course everybody was out here trying to dunk. I first dunked when I was 15, I asked Coach Chris, I was 5'7".
Oh my God.
Oh, okay.
You feel me?
Yes.
But
Yeah,
that
yeah,
really
yeah.
wasn't one of like my main things. My whole high school career, I've never dunked in a game.
Yeah.
I didn't really like dunk in a game until like my senior year in AAU. And that was just off of like, they're just try it. Like you always talk about you could dunk, try it. But it was just, a
good.
thing for me was I just thought like my skill set is not going to, my athleticism is not going to set me apart from everything. Like, so my whole goal in basketball was to do the littlest things. Like on defense, I would always ask to guard the best player. Like no, but they would never try to be like, hey Kai, go guard. I would already be on it.
Yeah.
And then just working out every day was just doing stuff that I know I would do. I know I'm not going to dunk. So why should I go work out on dunking? So I would work on, okay, I need to shoot better. They said I couldn't shoot threes. Okay, now I'm working on shooting.
Yeah.
So then
I like
I know
that.
I go to the line a lot, so I work on free throws, become a high clip free throw shooter.
Yeah.
So it's just, and finishing a lot. I like to go to the basket, mid-range,
Okay.
and just not turning over the ball, just trying to work on the seeing what I did a lot. I watched me play a lot, like my junior year, and then just seeing the progression from where I played really good to where I was like had bad games was just really crazy to me. And I studied a lot on that.
Nice.
Even like during that summer, it was just, the times where I had the most problems was me trying to do too much. And Coach Brandon, like I remember the best story I have for that is like Coach Brandon literally, excuse my language, he came up to me, he was like, you fucking suck. He was like, sit down, you're trying to do too much. And then we're playing against Team Lillard. And it's a really close game, a whole bunch of coaches there. And now I'm just embarrassed because like he just yelled at me in front of all these coaches.
Yeah.
And then a lot of kids usually take that personal, but I was just sitting on the bench. Of course I'm mad, like, oh my gosh, bro, like, he's weird. But like at the end of the day, it was like, I don't need to do everything. Like I like to win, so I don't have to score to win. I don't have to try to make a perfect pass. I don't have to try to make somebody fall. So after that, it was just, I got back in the game, a hezzy and a go, pass the ball. And it was just symbolizing everything that he wanted me to do. And that was just like my main focus on making everything easier, not for myself, but just for the team.
Nice.
So it complimented my game a lot.
Good.
Cool.
Well, that's good.
And another AAU story about how Coach Chris owes me money. Yeah, I've been waiting about this. So we're playing, my senior year, we're playing against this team. He's like, oh my God, we're losing, by the way. And then I'm passing the ball, getting the whole team involved. He's like, Car, are you actually going to play? I said, I am playing.
That don't even
What are
sound
you
like
talking
somebody
about?"
said.
Yes, you did.
You're actually going to play? Like, I know.
Yeah, you said, "Are you actually gonna play?"
I said, are you going to play today at all, or are you just fucking here?
And then I was like, "Hey, give me money and I'll go in there. I'll score right now." He's like, "What?" I was like, "Coach, I was like, how much you want to bet I'll go and I'll score 3 straight?" Because we were down by 10. I was like, "How much you want to bet I'll go and I'll score 3 straight?" He was like, "No, you won't." I said, "Bet." I was like, "Bet 50. He shook my hand. Eye to eye, shook my hand. I said, "Okay, bet." I came in the game. I had 2 back-to-back steals for dunks.
Oh, okay.
Went to the free throw line and hit a 3, and we won by like 10.
Damn.
And he still has not paid me.
Good. I shouldn't have to pay you to motivate you to win a game.
That day you did.
Man.
I still have not. I want my money. I'm not even playing. I ask him every time I see him. He still has not yet to pay me. And then after that, we had a shooting competition for it, and I beat him.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. I promise you.
No, you didn't.
I promise you. It was at Hardwood, court 2, top of the key. I remember how
Yeah, you know every little detail.
I remember how to end the game.
No.
I said, "Give me my 50." You said no. I want my money. Everybody on the podcast, please.
Right. give you your money.
My money.
No, never. So then, explain what that was like. What was it like being coached by me and Coach Cole?
It was actually really fun. You remind me of my uncles coaching me the same way. Like, I never really, my parents were always the same way. It was like I always have something to be happy about. So why like be focused on all of the negative things to where like I can't control it. And I know every time like you guys would yell at me or do something, it's not because you guys don't believe in me or want me to do something bad. It was just like a lot of people don't respond to just always positive talking. And I respond to either one just because of how I was raised, but it was just the fact of I know that you guys aren't yelling to hurt our feelings or to try to degrade us in what we think. Like like Coach Brandon literally came up to me and said, "Kai, you suck at basketball." I never thought once he actually thought I sucked at basketball. It was just the fact that
He's
me just hearing somebody always hearing "you're so good, you're so great" is not going to make somebody want to make them work harder in what they're trying to do. So like Coach Brandon saying that and you guys like yelling at us and getting on us will prepare you for college. Like my coaches were 100. I've heard some of the worst things I've ever heard in my life from college coaches.
Well, that's good. That's good. You saying that,
and you guys just set us up for like just life because everything's not handed. Like I played for them for years, and every day I never came to practice like, "Oh, I'm granted to start today." Like it's just a mentality thing, and if you don't have the mentality to play for them, you're not gonna succeed because they're gonna attack you and get at you in a way to make you feel uncomfortable until it makes it comfortable, and the game will come easier because what they're saying is not wrong.
Well, what do you think about kids and athletes who, or maybe you've even been around kids who can't necessarily take, aggressive coaching or passionate coaching, if you want to call it that, like kids who
I just feel like,
and parents can't even take it sometimes. Like who can't? Like what do you think about that as a high level player? Where do you stand on that?
It's just the fact of you just have to get used to it. Like you don't, because in life you're not always gonna meet people that are gonna treat you equally. So it's just the fact of like you have to keep going. Like if you don't respond to coaching that way well, you should let them know in the beginning or let like somebody know. Because they're not gonna treat you differently, but they can, like you have teammates that can help you comprehend it. Like I was always a teammate. Like if one of my teammates were like, "Hey, I'm down on this," or coach is yelling at me, I'll come up to him like, "Oh no," like he's not trying to be like you suck. Like he's trying to say like, "Hey, you need to do this and that will help you get better." Or like you need to do this and that will comprehend on the court for you to play more and do what you have to do more. It's not really like a personal thing. And a lot of people take a lot of stuff personally. So it's just, I'm always goofy. So like what you guys were yelling at me, I would end up probably laughing and you guys would get even madder. But it's like, I play best when I'm happy. So I'm not going to let that affect my happiness because I know you guys need me to play how I need to play.
But you could understand that, like a great example is, remember when we were playing in the Oakland Soldiers? What's the Oakland? Yeah. Team Select. It was the Team Select tournament. Yeah. And we were in the championship, and Marshawn was in the crowd. Remember that game? We were down.
We were down like 8.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Like 8 to 12 points in that game. And I think I lit the shit out of you and Roy up. Yeah, I think so. Because, I think I grabbed both of you, and I was like, both you need to get your head out your asses. Like, there's no reason we should be losing this game.
And
you know what I mean?
And it's not. Sometimes people need to hear it to make them realize, like, hey, you need to go. Because I know I need to hear it sometimes. And it's a difference between, like, there's actually bad coaches that actually just are not good at trying to get across what they have to say and don't make sense. But, like, letting somebody know in a stern way is not a bad coach. He's just trying to let you know, like, hey, you really need to do this. It doesn't matter what comes, like, after that. If you do what you have to do, that's not going to happen. And then that's what I just learned always just playing, because I never like to get yelled at, because I'm like, hey, if I just do it, then I don't have to get yelled at.
True.
And even if I get yelled at, it's not because of they hate me or something like that. So it's just the fact of a lot of kids, or like, I'm still a kid, so a lot of people my age, or like people I still have to grow in that area. I still have to grow in that area too. It's just because now everybody thinks, not everybody, but it's just the fact of, like, I feel entitled to something, so it hurts people's feelings. So it's just like, oh, he can't tell me what to do. Like, oh, all these coaches say I'm good at this. Like,
right.
I'm not finna listen. But, like, I never thought like that, because I was always in my head, I was never good enough. So I always was like, okay, he's actually trying to help me, so I always have to get better. And even if you're at the top, you should always still think like that, because there's always somebody that's better than you somewhere.
Yeah.
Unless you're LeBron or Kobe.
Yeah.
And you're already solidified. But even then, Kobe after basketball was still trying to be the best at something. LeBron is still trying to be the best. Michael Jordan is still trying to be the best at something. So I don't think that mindset should ever just leave.
Yep.
So then what's your current take on AAU culture today? I mean, now you're kind of removed from it, and you're kind of looking on the outside of it. What do you see when you see it now?
I feel like I'll bust all them kids' asses. I'm not even, like, just due to the fact that, like, I see a lot of kids, and it's just, there's some kids that are really dogs, but it's like everybody wants to team up with people, or everybody wants to, like, be a part of a team that they already see that as winning.
Just jump on.
Like, yeah, I don't like to jump on bandwagons or do any of that. Like, all the kids that are here, I always tell them, like, okay, like, I don't care if they're ranked. You're going to play a whole bunch of ranked people. You're going to play a whole bunch of, like, whatever. Just do what you have to do. Like, when I feel like, even though it wasn't that long, even when I played, like, I always like to meet people. I'm always nice. I like to meet people. But, like, there's a certain switch that I have to where it's like, when it's, like, after I'm done being nice, it's like a whole different person. And then I don't see that with a lot of people when it comes to AAU.
Yeah.
And, like, now it's just a whole bunch of, like, fun games and goofiness. Like, I don't like that. It's just weird.
Like, it's not competitive anymore? Not as much
as
it
is, but it's not.
Okay.
Because it's just weird. Like, I've never seen a whole bunch of, like, I watched last week, and I watched kids have a dunk contest for a whole last minute of a game. And the other team was down by 30.
Terrible.
Like, what? I don't know.
Right.
I'd never lose by 30 and try to have a dunk contest with somebody.
Right.
That's just weird to me. Now, if I was up, I'm having a dunk contest. But that's even still shows the competitive nature of, like, I don't care about what you have to think.
Right.
We're gonna do whatever we want.
Yeah. No, I get it.
And then, like, the fact that the kids were just trying to join in and just have fun. Like, I understand the having fun part, but, like, have fun and win. Like, don't have fun when you're losing by 30 and now you're trying to be cool. Like, you could be cool somewhere else.
Well, that's why I think it's interesting, and you know what I'm saying, because now, even for you, like for guys like me and Mark, you know, we're older, so obviously we're far removed. But for someone like you who's only even a few years out, you can see the difference, you know. And now you're viewing it from a lens of, you know, someone who's still on the climb, still on the rise, who's, you know, playing collegiate basketball. You had 2, you know, good years of collegiate basketball under your belt. You're transitioning to now, you know, that next step for yourself. And obviously, potentially, you want to play, I'm sure, pro ball overseas, whatever, you know, the case may be. But now you see kind of what some of these old heads or whatever talk about when it comes to AU, where we say it's not competitive, there's no loyalty, there's no, you know, kids don't want to learn, they just want to be told what they want to hear. You see what I'm saying? That. You know, like a kid, like you said, a kid will be like, oh, I don't like this coach because he doesn't say I'm amazing and I'm the best shooter ever, so I'm going to go over to, you know, other towns select and then they're going to tell me I'm amazing and I get to do whatever I want, even though I'm losing, but I don't care because it makes me feel better.
I feel like you feel like you're the man. I hate that. Like, I just hate people that just think they're way better than what they are. Like, that always brought out something like different, because it's like there's a whole bunch of kids that are better than me that have the same exact story.
Yeah.
That's like, and it gets on my nerve, like, because I didn't even start getting recruited until my junior year by good schools, like after that summer, to where I actually thought. So it was like, when I hear like 5-star, like, oh, that person is great, I want to see why. And a lot of people don't. Like, a lot of people are scared to play against. I'm like, okay, like, I want to know why you're that good. Because I'm not viewed as that good, obviously. I don't have my ranking, so why are you that good?
Right.
And if I kill you, then why am I not ranked than you are?
And then, well, you also, well, it's funny because you're cool, or at least, you know, I've seen it from your social media, you hang out with every now and then. What's old boy, the young kid? That's,
Mikey Williams?
Mikey Williams.
Oh,
yeah,
he's
yeah.
a dog.
Yeah, so how? Tell me about that. Does that kid work pretty hard? Does he seem pretty serious?
He always works out with me and my trainer out there, and a lot of kids out here, I just try to compare them. Not even like compare, but just see like the mentality of it. So I remember going in, it was in, oh, dang, I don't care. It was in June. And we were playing against each other. And it was like the fact of, I was scoring, like, because I'm older, but not just due to the fact. It was just like, because he's built like a man. Like, he's a man-child. And it was like me, another kid named Wayne, a kid named Alex, and a kid named Manny. And we're all just playing against each other. And a lot of people out here are like kind of scared to go up against the challenge of like, oh, I'm bigger, and like now he's older. Like Mikey went at me like I was a little kid.
Yeah.
And the fact of like when we won like it was 2-on-2 full court. We won it, and we were supposed to shoot after. He was like, no, like we're playing. Like, and that's what I like out of people like that, because he's a good player that wants to prove why he's good. Like, he doesn't want to be like, oh, I'm already good. Okay, that's fine. Like, he wants to prove to everyone why I'm better than you. And then that's the mentality I like. That's why I see why he's a 5-star. He's with a 40-inch vert and kills like
freshman.
He's a dog. Like, it's just people like that I just have to respect. It's just, oh, okay, I want to prove why I'm better than you over and over again until you know why.
The it factor.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't like the people that just try to shy away from it. Or like, even my little bro, Isaiah, the one I was talking to you about.
Isaiah, that's what, Isaiah.
His name, he goes to Placer, and he thinks, oh, I'm good. I'm like, prove to me why you're good. Like, instead of telling all of your friends why you're good, kill them in what you say you're good at. Like, if I say I'm good at 2K, and if I don't, like, we're like, okay, I'm about to beat you, and then we play, and you kill me, you're not going to believe anything else I have to say. So if I play you in basketball, I'm like, I'll kill you. And then I kill you, what else can you say? And then we play again, and I keep reminding you how much better I am and not talking about, like, you don't have to, some things you don't have to say. Like, you can establish yourself without being cocky. Like, I can play you and I can beat you, and then we can have, like, all guys are going to be like, oh, yeah, I smacked you, blah, 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 but we can still be friends after, but I still established that, hey, I'm better than you. You don't have to keep saying it.
Right.
Now you just know, like, I don't really talk until I'm spoken to, because then, okay, you want to talk. Now I'm going to be better than you at talking, and then I'm going to kill you at basketball. So it's like, that's my thing. Like, if you're going to say something or, like, prove it to me. Like, I like to be, like, just prove it. I don't care about what you have to say. A lot of people say whatever. So it's just.
No, that's good. I like that. And I like that mentality. You got any more questions for him, Mark?
Yeah, so how was, I know Coach said you played at San Diego City College. I'm from San Diego. So, you know, I played at San Diego Mesa College for a couple of years. How was that experience from here, Sacramento, Placer, to go down south to Southern California playing at San Diego City College? How was that experience?
It was fun. It was just a whole, like, different experience. San Diego actually reminds me of, like, the Placer area. It's like a bigger, small town because everybody knows each other. But it's just filled with more star-studded people, I guess, like people that have higher rankings and stuff.
Beaches.
Yeah,
that's nice.
I never went to the beach, though.
Well, you're boring, so that's your fault.
But it was, my freshman year, it was cool. Like, I came in at 17, and then just the transition of, like, I'm strong, and then playing against somebody that has kids and realizing how
grown man, JUCO, you got some 25-year-olds
exactly.
out there.
and realizing
28-year-olds out there.
Yeah.
realizing that I have a lot to work on and like just like trying to find myself like as a person, not just as basketball. I feel like I grew up the most my freshman year, just finding out who I am as a person and like what I want to do besides just like basketball wise too. I feel like I got better out there also.
Mentally.
Yeah. So it was fun. My freshman year was kind of tough though. I hurt my ankle twice and like it limited me to play some of my league games, my conference games. But it was just trying to find my groove. College really kind of takes away your confidence. So like it took away my confidence my freshman year and like my sophomore year also. It was just like a whole bunch of stuff that just went on after school. It just took away confidence, but it was fun. It was just a great experience just playing against those type of people, playing at a school that is renowned for being like a high level school. So like everybody's coming at me in the school. So it was really fun, and just making a name for myself out there was really nice.
That's good. That's good.
Good. Well, switch gears. Let's talk about the NBA. We're seeing some interesting stuff out of the bubble, right? Mark, let's talk about your Lakers, man. I don't know what's going on right now.
Laker game. What's your team, Coach? What's your team?
You know my team.
No, I don't. What are they?
Where am I from?
I don't care.
Now you don't care?
Oh, you're the Warriors? Are you the Warriors fan?
Yes, I'm a Warriors fan, Kai.
Trash.
Who's your team? Kai, you got squad? Were you a Kings fan?
I'm a Lakers fan.
Hey, hey, I'm gonna say this though.
Laker game.
At the end of the day, we got the #1 seed, so
true.
It kind of really doesn't matter in a way. I mean, but at the same time, the Clippers are struggling. You know what I'm saying? Milwaukee just lost to Dallas. You know, they're supposed to be the beast out of the East. So
and the Sun, aren't the Suns 5-0?
Yeah, exactly.
Devin Booker's the GOAT.
He's the GOAT. Oh, okay. No, he might appreciate hearing that.
So I don't know. I feel like, you know how it is. You know how LeBron's mentality is too. You know, once playoffs start, that's when everything's gonna happen. So I still feel everybody's still kind of feeling because T.J. Warren is like the best player in the NBA
Bro, that
right
is
now.
crazy.
Hey, I've been
right?
playing with T.J. Warren since he was on the Suns in 2K. All my friends know he's been that guy.
Bro, no, he is not.
He's been that guy. He'll give you 60.
He might now? Yeah, me now.
Yeah, 50, 53. What the other day?
53 in the bubble. He'll give you 85.
Oh, here we go.
All jump shots.
No, did y'all see the meme with him and Jimmy Butler and stuff now too? They talked about like Butler's stats in the bubble and his stats in the bubble. I was like, oh my goodness, this is crazy. I mean, I don't know. It really, to me, it really looks up for grabs, especially in the East, man. I mean, it really just doesn't. And I was watching I watched the Rockets and Lakers game too, and I do like what the Rockets are doing, but do you really think they can win a championship with that?
No.
I just don't see it.
No.
What about you, young fella? Like, do you think they can win a championship with that ball, that style of play?
Giannis will dunk on all of them.
He can dunk on all of them, but the problem is he has to play a whole team. And, I mean, shit, the way they were making threes, it was ridiculous.
In a 7-game series, like that style of play can't last because the game slows down, and they want to speed it up. So it's like, and you know how Harden and Westbrook haven't proven anything yet when it comes to those moments. Yeah. So it's like you have to go with that, you know? Yeah. So I don't know. And D'Antoni doesn't, of course, he has a great regular season record. When it comes to playoffs, like
he's got to be one of the most winning,
for sure,
record coaches of all time.
For sure, regular season.
Has he ever won a championship?
Nah, he don't got no rings.
That I can think of.
He won a ring in Italy. You know?
Yeah, but, that's about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that Rockets situation is just so interesting to me because this is the scary part. Let's say they do win a championship, right? What that now does is it kind of adds validity to their system. And what does the NBA then try to do? Because remember when the Warriors were doing what they were doing, everyone was trying to simulate it. They were trying to simulate it.
Copycat league.
So what happens now? We start 6'5" centers and I mean, bigs basically just don't come off the bench. Like, what do? You know what I'm saying? It's really kind of, if they win this, culturally it's going to shift things in the NBA. I hope it doesn't because, again, I still believe in the new school, but I still think you got to have some traditional, like I'm a big proponent of 4 out, 1 in. I like that style of play, the 4 out, 1 in, because it still gives bigs plenty of room to operate. When you had two bigs down, the traditional 1-2-1-2-2 sets, I think that's when it became too congested, right? But now that you go a lot of 4-out 1-in, Kentucky's, very Calipari system is pretty much the pioneers of that. I like that style of play, so everybody's on an island. Everybody can go to work. You know what I mean? It keeps you out of the other guy's space.
Yeah.
So that's my style of play that I would like to see. But would I have a 6'5", 6'4" center going against 6'10", 7-footers? Probably not. Like I don't know.
Even in the NBA, it's not even a lot of their plays don't even matter. It's just down to the end. If you watch it, it's all pick and roll.
Yeah. Oh, pick and roll.
A lot of pick and roll.
So I feel like they can get far in the playoffs just due to the fact of if you're small, like a lot of those guys, like PJ Tucker and all of them, they have a lot more stamina, and everybody has to step out.
Yeah.
So you really can't help. So if you help off James Harden, there's everybody on the floor can shoot.
Right.
Yeah.
And then if you don't do that, Russell Westbrook or all of them are getting to the basket, and they all shoot high percentage free throws. Like I think their team is shooting like 80% free throw or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's like it's hard to guard, but at the same time, all of that energy trying to box out and do all of that can kill a team when it's all 7-footers. But also, if you just outrun them, that's all layups.
Yeah.
Coach Chris style.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you're right. All my teams better run. But you got to play defense.
And James Harden locked up Giannis last time they played in the fourth quarter.
I give James Harden a lot of credit.
He's the best post defender in the league. I'm kidding.
Yeah, please don't say nothing.
But no cap though. Chris Paul for MVP.
Whoa.
Wow.
No, if you want to talk about who's really been impressing me, is Luka. Luka is so good.
Yeah.
Like, it's ridiculous. When I was watching the Milwaukee game, he controls everything. Like, you can't stop him. It's not even about the scoring. You know what I'm saying? He had 19 assists and 14 rebounds with 30 points. You know what I'm saying? He's not even fast. And so just watching him,
his pace is crazy.
No, like, he's a basketball genius. He's been playing pro since 14. So it's like he's 21 now. What's he going to look like as a 28-year-old man? You know what I'm saying? And to me, that's very, very impressive when you can control the pace of the game against high-level athletes. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that's, I don't know. I'd have put it on my story on my IG. I think he's going to be, when it's all said and done, he's going to be on that Mount Rushmore.
Oh,
that's what I think.
That's a big claim right there.
I believe so.
Devin Booker is 23, and he had 70 at 20. He's going to be a GOAT.
They lost that game, though.
You want to splash for Devin Booker? Because you saying that so intensely here. You want another one? That's for Devin Booker. So if he ever hears this podcast, he knows you're a fan. Right.
I'm a big fan.
He's nasty, though. D-Book is nasty.
Chris Paul for MVP.
Chris Paul for... Okay. Well,
he's 35.
I'm not.
Brought OKC
I'm not co-signing on that.
He was 35 and brought OKC to the playoffs after they said they had like a 19% chance of going.
Okay, well, he did.
My MVP.
Okay, that's cool. He'll win your
favorite point guard.
He won't actually win the MVP, but he'll get your moral MVP.
My favorite point guard ever.
Like, you should write it on a piece of paper and mail it to him or something.
My favorite point guard ever.
Okay.
Is that how you pattern your game after?
Kind of.
Okay.
It's kind of hard. It's like a in between of like him.
Who are your top three? I always ask all the players I train, give me your top three players that you like watching, you're patterning your game after. Who are your top three off the bat? Don't even think about it.
Chris Paul.
Boom.
Kobe.
Boom.
And I like to watch. Oh my gosh.
You can't remember your favorite player's
Chris Paul,
name?
Kobe.
No, it's not third person. Who is it?
What team?
Why are you asking me? I'd have no clue.
What team?
Myself.
What team you play for?
I'm trying to think. Who did I like to watch a lot?
We have a time limit on this show. Who do you like to watch? Devin Booker?
No. I do like to watch Devin Booker.
Okay.
But
who do you take? Like, so if it's Chris Paul, Kobe, who's the third person?
It's some random third invisible Negro. We don't know.
No, it is. I don't know. I'll probably just say them two.
Okay, well, fair enough. That's a good two to emulate. Let's see. So, courtside today.
Hey.
Yeah, you went and saw. Well, shout Shout out to Mark helping me out with the highlights. I appreciate
Yeah, man, I was
that.
rushing over in the freeway. Like, I need to make this championship game. I was like,
Unfortunately, we didn't make it to the championship, and Kai knows my 15U team pretty well too, because this is Jaden's team. You know, Jaden Hurtado's team. Jaden's kind of the next kid up that
He's tough.
is that number 2?
Yeah, number 2.
He's nice.
Jaden got his first dunk today, in-game dunk.
That was his first dunk?
That was his first in-game dunk today. First in-game dunk.
I'm sad.
Yeah, so I'll give a splash of Jaden. But yeah, got his first in-game dunk today. Fast break, last few seconds, boomed it. It was pretty good. Again, though, it was against some, random local team. I don't care. We played.
Jaden's tough.
Yeah, well, not against Team Arsenal, because we choked against Arsenal. We choked big time. Like, we played Arsenal our first game and did not play well, did not shoot the ball well, turned the ball over. I think Jaden had like 7 turnovers in some critical times. My bigs,
Disappointed.
they were soft, Charmin ultra soft.
Like their coach.
Yeah, no, shut up. Coach Chris, everybody knows Coach Chris is not soft. But
That's cap.
okay, and so he, I think Cab only had 2 points. I think Trevor, my other big, only had 2 points.
Damn.
And they're both like 6'6", 200 pounds, biggest guys on the court. Like, just couldn't make nothing.
You guys lost?
Yeah,
By how much?
by like 9, I
Oh, that's
think.
not bad.
9 or 10 maybe even more. I don't know. We didn't get blown out, but still. And, I give Arsenal credit. They beat us, and we didn't meet the challenge, because this 15U team I got, I believe, will evolve into a circuit team, or a team capable of beating circuit teams, basically.
Will it be better than our YBA team, the best YBA team ever?
Which one is that? The Beast Mode team?
No, with Coach Brandon,
That
the best YBA
that
team
is
ever.
not the best YBA team
Coach,
ever. That is
no.
not the no.
Nobody ever would beat us.
This team will beat you.
What, your 15 team?
When
would
they
beat
get to y'all
my-
age.
No.
When they get to your guys' age, when they
Never.
were there. Yes.
No.
Yeah.
We had 2 7-footers, 40-inch verticals.
You didn't have 2
Wow.
7-footers. You
Okay,
had 2. They were
We
like
had
6.
one 7-footer
Yeah,
and one
yeah.
person that was 6'10" named Tivion, who was a vertical of 50 inches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This team.
And
this
dunked
team.
on any and everybody who looked at him the wrong way.
No.
Yeah.
No. Yeah,
Yes.
Tavion did dunk on a
And
lot
then
of people.
Amari, who's 7 foot, who has a burner. And then we have Adam. You know Adam.
Well, of course I know Adam. Love Adam. That's my
Burner
guy.
clip.
But-
More than a burner clip. Banana
True.
clip.
True.
All
Like
of
that sounds like a squad.
They did
Flamethrower.
have one hell of a team. They did have one hell of a
Then
team.
we have-
They had your boy right here.
Oh yeah, they
Yeah,
had me.
he-
they had me leading the pack, sitting on everybody.
He was just on the team.
They had me. They had me on the court, sitting on everybody that walked.
No, they didn't. No,
Sitting on
no.
everybody that walked.
I remember. No, you were handed out the water. I remember that.
No, I have videos. Sitting on everybody that walked.
Shut up.
Everybody that looked at me the wrong way got clamped up.
Hey.
You hear this? You
And
hear
threw out
this.
dimes. That's all I did. No
Mid range. Yeah, mid range
said
bandit.
dimes.
Mid range bandit.
I need a score. All just lead the team to a win. Oh, and we had Will, the nastiest white boy to ever live.
The nastiest white boy to ever live.
He
That's
is.
a
I'm
bold
not even
claim.
kidding. He was like 6'2", 6'3", and he was probably one of the smoothest players I ever like.
Really?
With a 40.
Okay.
Where's he at now?
He went to UCSD.
Okay. You play basketball there?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Well,
Offered
Sure.
up. Oh, and then we had Joe, who plays at Denver. Burner
Okay.
clip. Man,
Okay.
what? No, nobody would have beat us.
this is our story isn't done yet, so we'll see.
Nobody would have
We'll
beat
see.
us. No.
No way.
Well, hopefully your 15 will listen to this.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And that'll motivate them.
Yeah, because after they took that L, I made them have a fucking practice. I
Yeah,
said,
you
we're going to
did.
practice.
Wait, come-
Oh, here we go.
Can the 15U team hear me? Y'all will never beat us.
Do you see this? I hope they do hear this.
Y'all are my sons.
Oh,
This is
here
Kai.
we go.
This is Kai talking. You guys are my sons.
Why are you talking deeper?
I'm not.
So the 15U, so you guys hear
Never.
that.
Never.
Kai Huntsberry says your guys, when you're juniors, would still not beat their team as juniors. So you got a nice little challenging for them. But
You
know,
guys are all hecka old. I was 16. I was 15 turning 16 as a junior. Get your levels right.
Yes, you were young. Yes, that is true.
So that means if you guys are 17, that means you have to go off my senior year, and my senior year was crazy. That means y'all kill all y'all.
we
40.
thank you.
40 ball.
Thank you. Shut up. So, like I said, after I made their asses practice and run through stuff, and then it also hurt not having my starting point guard, Brandon, the kid from Humboldt.
The small one?
Yeah, he's really
tough.
he's really good. Like
He sits.
yeah, he's really good. Like yeah, that boy can play.
Can't sit on me though. Remember that, Brandon.
When Brandon hears this, you know he'll come right at you too, just like Malik used to all the time.
Get what?
But shut up. Let's see.
40.
What so has you talking to your college guys or prep school guys or anything like that, any of your friends with COVID-19, what are they talking about amongst you guys for the season moving forward? Are you going to have seasons or are you going to have seasons? What's going to happen?
A lot of people are they're trying to have seasons. My girlfriend plays at the University of Alabama for volleyball, and like they're still fighting for their season. And then I just feel like this has ruined a lot of stuff. Like this ruined a lot of recruitment for a whole bunch of kids and all of that. So if they don't have a season, like they're saying they're losing a lot of money, which they are, but they have so much money that they don't pay kids. So that's so much money saved up. Mm-hmm. Last year when Zion played at Duke, they said they made more money than some NBA teams did. And
I think it was like $70 million in the 1 year he was there.
And then NBA teams are making and NBA teams have enough money to pay for people.
Yeah.
Like pay millions and millions and millions of dollars for kids.
Oh, absolutely.
And all of that. So it's like all of their money, like where is it going to? Mm-hmm. Like it has to be going somewhere. They're not buying a new facility every year.
No.
They're sponsored by teams, so they're getting Nike gear and stuff. They're not paying for Nike gear.
So then that leads a good question. I mean, do we think college players should get paid?
Yes.
Yep. Definitely agree with that. And that's part of the shift with HBCUs or African American kids, black kids going to HBCUs now, especially to kind of stand up for all the crazy inequalities and the police brutalities and all the stuff going on. George Floyd was clearly the catalyst to change that. Or to invoke the change, and now you got kids really strongly thinking of going to HBCUs and
G League.
Yep. Like they're saying, we're tired of being exploited. We're tired of you guys making millions of dollars, and then the second I want a damn hamburger and I ask my friend for $5,
I get in trouble.
I'm in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, the Ball family's the smartest.
Yes.
Yeah.
LeVar is a genius.
Like LaMelo played overseas for a year at 16. Made all the money he could, came back and played high school to finish out his career, have a fun time, still living a high school career. Went around Europe, made the most money, all the money that he could off of his
Australia.
name. Bought the team that he played for to make profits off the team he just played for, and he's still making profits off the team that he probably doesn't even care about anymore. And then is a first round draft pick.
Yep. You're absolutely right.
And people still yell at LeVar for being a bad dad.
LeVar gonna have all three boys in the NBA.
Yeah.
He's gonna have all three boys when it's all said and done.
They won't all be on the same team. I know he was talking that
all
bullshit.
three will be on the same team one day. I believe it. Watch. I believe it.
When two of them are retiring,
I believe it. Watch.
The Lakers will be like, all right, man, we'll take you back. You're right here, so we'll take you back.
LaMelo's going to be the best one.
I believe that.
I
believe it.
I can see that.
Lonzo is the goat of passing.
Hey, but Chris, listen to this. But this is the thing. Look at how the NBA is. Look how much power players are having.
Yeah.
You can't tell me in 5 to 8 years if all three boys do what they're supposed to do, right? Jello's already in the G League. Lonzo's doing really good now with the Pelicans. LaMelo does what he's supposed to do. How contracts are, all three of them can find their way back on the Lakers or some team and be together. Why not? If LeBron can control do stuff,
I feel like
I believe it. I believe it.
Okay. I don't think they're all three going to be in LA. I just don't see that prophecy happening. I think it's a possibility they can all three be on a team.
Yeah. Okay.
That is possible depending on the market and things like that. Like if you're if
two of the Antetokounmpo brothers are on the same team, why can't the third one be?
Yeah.
Again, as I said before, it depends on the market, depends on the need.
And it depends on how good
you got jokes.
It depends on how good one of them is going to be. Because LeBron has Giannis. The only reason I believe that his older brother's on that team is because look at Stephen Curry. His brother-in-law, who's married to his sister, is playing on the Warriors.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Come on. You know, there's some connection there.
Wait,
True.
Who's married to his sister?
The oh boy, I know you're talking about. I can't
His
think of
last name
name
is Lee. Something Lee.
Oh, like isn't it like Courtney Lee? Or
No,
No.
Something Lee.
It's
I know who
something
you're
Lee.
talking
Yeah. But he's
Yes,
married
but
to,
he is
to
married.
Curry.
Yeah,
but he's
I
on the
heard about that.
Warriors. And I'm not saying he's still nice. He's solid. Of course, you in the NBA, you nice. But come on now. You know,
Yeah.
There's something there.
Oh no,
you
there's
know?
pull there. I mean, do you think the Lakers are kicking themselves in the foot for not taking Carmelo Anthony?
No.
No, they're
No.
good with that, even though he's
No.
They
had a
have
few.
Anthony Davis.
Well, no, it wasn't that.
Oh,
they
is
weren't-
it Sidney Lee?
Did we get it? What is it?
Dang it.
Damian Lee.
Damian Lee.
I know it started with
there
a
we
D.
go. Damian
Damian
Lee.
Lee.
Damian Lee.
But I don't know, man. LeVar Ball is powerful. I believe in LeVar Ball. I believe in that man. I believe in him.
He's hecka funny.
He's what?
He's hecka funny.
Oh, you say it's like a funny. Oh, okay. Oh, you met him?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Well,
For real? You've met him? Okay.
y'all both got that same tooth. Just had to point that out.
Shoot.
Don't look at me like that. Don't
He's
even
already
start.
thinking of
Yeah,
something
look
right
at
now.
he's
He's
analyzing
contemplating
me right
right
now, trying to start this. Don't start this. No.
He's already thinking of a
started.
comeback.
No, I
right
didn't
now.
start it. You made a lot of jabs. You made a lot of jabs. I've been let go. You keep talking about my braids all the time.
You started it.
No, I did. Stop analyzing, trying to figure out what
thinking
he's
of
talking
something.
about.
Damn.
You got NBA 2K tattoos.
Here you go. What, I like my tattoos. What are you talking about?
You got VC tattoos. You know.
They look good. I don't care what you say.
I'm
You-
on you.
you just
I'm
got
on
a
you for the
tattoo.
I'm on you for the rest of the show.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, well, I can turn your mic off.
Okay, go ahead. You can still hear me.
Well, I want to give want to talk about some funny things that were happening at courtside. Like always, you know, we always talk about the current events and the crazy stuff that I see and hear. First thing was Courtney from NorCal Ducks, man. I feel bad for her sometimes in terms of she coaches boys, and overall she's a really cool person. She runs her program well. You know, I've had a lot of good conversations and things with her, but she always ends up with guys cursing her out and shit like that, and that's just like it's so it's so funny to me. It's just
Insecurities.
right. Like I guess from the bits and pieces I gathered and the overall talking to her and the whole story. So this was the same woman. Remember when Jada was here? This is the same head coach, and you met Courtney. You know, what I mean, so I guess their team beat this other team. The coach for the other team, you know, was then fuck you, bitch. You know,
Damn.
I don't want to shake your hand. Wouldn't
hell?
shake her hand, but some of the players would shake her hand. I mean, it just totally snowballed and went south. And again, just because it's a woman coach on the men's side or a woman ref on the men's side, why do we think we shouldn't hold them to the same level of respect? Especially, this is the other flip side of it. You know, black men in general, in overall mass media and overall, even around the world, we're not necessarily represented in the most positive light. You know, when people think of the father of two kids, black men don't come to mind. Not saying it's justified, because you know we're all fathers in here except you, obviously, Kai. But
I got two kids.
okay, shut up. And we, you know,
And you're
we
one of
we take care of our kids, and you know we work hard. But again, you know, when you look at media, when you look at, you know, some of the caricatures of what they show when it comes to African American men, we're not shown in the most positive light. One of the most popular shows, and I was a fan of the show, watching it too, was The Wire, right? But if you've ever seen The Wire, every fucking black stereotype is in there, like every single one. Not to say it didn't have its nuances and its deep thought moments and things like that, but you had every thug, gangster number one, gangster number two, pants sagging, everything extra big, nobody can articulate well. I mean, it was just, you know, and you got shows that kind of model that, like Empire or, you know, Power. Not to say they're not great showpieces with good thoughts and everything like that. What I'm circling back to is, you know, as black men in a predominantly black sport, we need to hold ourselves more accountable than that. Like, if I saw that brother talking to her like that, I would be one of the first people to be like, hey man, like, just chill out. It ain't about fighting the dude, but it's like, let's try to do better. And I'm tired of seeing women kind of being driven out of the men's side because we're just assholes. Like, You know what I mean? Like we just do things that we make their sex a part of it. I've literally heard referees talk to women coaches in ways that I know they would never talk to me. I don't know if you guys seen that, but I'm just saying I know I have.
I've seen you almost get beat up.
No, you saw me almost get beat by
in Vegas.
In Vegas, almost
while
got.
we was playing.
Shut up. First off, you know that it definitely wasn't the case. So shut the hell up.
I'm going to tell you the story real quick.
He's gonna lie. He's gonna tell a lie.
We're in Vegas getting smacked, by the way.
Yeah, but then because of that, I helped y'all win clearly because y'all won. Y'all won after.
No, because
y'all started getting a win after I almost beat the dude's ass in the stands. That's
not how I call it. Can I tell?
Okay,
can I tell my story?
Tell your lie.
So look, this is what happened. We're playing in the game, right? We're like, oh wow, we're getting smacked by like 20 at halftime. Coach Brandon is yelling at us like that. We're like, dang, what's going on? Next thing I know, I see Coach Chris trying to look all buff and stuff. Talking about, oh, what you trying to do? I'm like,
that doesn't sound like me.
I'm laughing like, oh, he's finna get beat up. I'm weak. So then the second half started because it's like the 20-minute halves.
Yeah.
Then I was like, okay, while he get beat up, let me finish the game real quick, so he don't get beat up, so we can all go help him. So we was like, so we just all stepped it up, sat. Defense, all that, layups after layups, tie the game up.
Hey.
Drew up a play. The play almost worked. Didn't work though. But the ball got tipped out of bounds by somebody else, and they called like a holding foul, so they brought it back. So next thing we know, just threw the ball up. Tibia on the dude that has a 50-inch vertical that he says one of his players could stop. He caught the ball and just put it in. We won.
Hey.
Yeah.
And then after that, we were just going crazy.
I remember that.
Oh, but back to the story where how he almost got beat up.
I didn't almost beat
So the
up.
game ended. I had to walk out like, hey, stop talking to him like that if I have to do something weird to you. And he stopped. Then after the game, he was like, oh my God, thank you, Kai. Thank you. Oh,
that's what I said. That's what I said. I went.
That's hilarious.
That's not the case at all. At all. But I'll let you live that truth.
I almost started a riot at YBA.
Yeah,
I would.
I know, but I'll let you live that truth in terms of what
you weren't even there when I almost started a riot.
The quick, I heard about it. The quick actual story in Vegas. What happened was, guy in the stands. I was recording their game. The guy in the stands started getting into it with one of our coaches, and it was weird because the kids were just. It was the 16U guys from my team. Watching them play, and they were all just like supporting each other and just kind of, and the other 16U team for the other team, they were supporting each other. And basically this guy, I don't know if he was drunk or just whatever was wrong with him, he starts talking to one of our coaches, Coach Adam, and he was kind of a taller guy. Adam's not the tallest dude, but he starts like pushing Adam and like putting his hands on him. And so one of our kids, Sam, got up and Sam's like, 6'7", 6'8", and he's just like, hey man, like, we're just like, let's relax now, we're good. And I'm walking over kind of just like, okay, let me see if I can defuse the situation. What made me jump out my character was the guy then put his hands on Sam. And I don't give a fuck. Yeah. When these kids are on a trip with me, they're like my kids. You understand what I'm saying? Like I protect, like parents are trusting me with their kids. So when I saw that grown man put his hands on Sam, I bolt over there, I grabbed dude and threw him against the wall.
Ooh. So that wasn't me?
Kai, you're in the game, shut up. And so I throw him against the wall, and he like tries to put me like, get the fuck off. And so I throw him back again, and I pick him up by his shirt.
Shit.
I pick him up. Shut up. I pick him up by his shirt, and then so by that time, Brandon, like the whole game is stopping because they think like a whole fucking riot's about to happen. So then Brandon comes out of the game and comes grabs me and is like, Chris, calm the fuck down. Like we're in the middle of an AAU thing. Like, what the fuck are you doing? I was like, okay, you right. So Brandon comes and Brandon's a bouncer for a living too. So that's funny as hell. So he comes. Hands. Yeah, Brandon does have hands. He really does have hands. But then he grabs me and he's like, dude, what the hell are you doing? So I calm down and redefuse the situation. They win. Dude didn't, I to be honest, no. To be honest, I invited him outside. I said, if you really want to go finish this, we can go outside and go finish it real quick. Like fuck the kids, like fuck this shit. I'll go beat your ass real quick and we'll just call it a day. And him and his wife and all. They're like, no, we don't want any problems, and they walked away.
That's
but
cap.
that's the real story. He
No,
wants
this
to
is the
talk
real
his
look.
No,
After the
look.
game, he saw me come up looking real mad, and he stopped and he looked. He was like, "Nah, I'm good," because you know I was gonna be outside too. No cap, we gonna fight for her.
All right, Kai.
We gonna fight for her.
Who's we?
Me and you.
I fight fair.
I don't.
I do.
No, you don't.
I don't jump people. I fight one-on-one.
Well, you fight 1-on-1 while I'm there, and I hope so. You don't fight for her.
You whatever. Moving on from this here. Okay, so the other thing I've been seeing at courtside a lot lately, which I wanted to talk about, was I see kids jumping on 1,000 different teams in a weekend. You know what I mean? They'll literally play, take off a jersey, play somewhere else, take off a jersey, play somewhere else, play somewhere else, play somewhere else. To me, that's a little excessive. That's too much. You know what I mean? You guys know me. I think you should only have 2 teams. You have a home-based team and an alternate team when that home-based team isn't playing. That's just me, what I personally think. And YBA, we're lucky and good enough. Like if one of our if he's on the elite team and our elite team isn't playing that weekend, he can go to the next team. The next YBA team, whether it be like our B team, our A team, or the 7 or one of the 17U teams. I mean, we have enough teams. A kid can always bounce around and find basketball. I'm not sure how I feel about kids playing. Like, for instance, I have a kid on my team, Luca. He plays for me, City Hotshots, and Rose City. And you know, at this point, I'll say, Luca, you got to make a choice. You got to have a home team because. It's hard enough to if a coach is really coaching, it's hard enough to remember one system, one style of play, the details, the move sets, the your team chemistry. That's hard enough. Trying to remember that on 3 or 4 or 5 teams, it just doesn't make sense.
Unless you're a baby genius.
Okay.
Shout out to Rory.
Yeah, Roy. Yeah, well, Roy could do that. Yeah,
I remember it every set.
Okay.
All the time.
Right. Shut up, Kai. And so, for me. I don't know how. I don't like it. Me personally, I don't like it. I don't think it should be okay. I wonder who's paying for all this because I know I would be pissed if I'm paying money, but then this kid that just randomly jumps on the team whenever he feels like it shows up. I know as a parent that would piss me off because it's basically like this kid is playing for free, but then coaches allow it to happen because they're more concerned with the wins. They're like, oh, this kid's really good, so I'm just going to let him do whatever he wants. My thing is, where's the accountability anymore? Is there any more accountability anymore? What do you guys think about it?
Yeah, I'm with you. You should only be with 1 or 2 teams. I don't know. That's like what's the purpose, really? You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's 1 or 2 teams.
Yeah. What about you, Kai? Since you played for like 7, right?
Back in my heyday. No, actually,
Played for 12.
I played for YBA, and then I had a team that, so when I was younger at my elementary school, I had his name was Charles Durgo. He was like an uncle to me, and like his sons were like uncles to me also. Mm-hmm. So he passed away when I was like 9, and then he used to coach Isaiah Pinheiro, who played at USD, who's like my big brother. So, like, we always had, like, him and his family always had, like, a tight relationship with him. I always did. So, whenever I would always play for them whenever they would ask. So, they were called, like, the Hedgehogs. And it was an Auburn team. So, it was just, like, out of due the respect to, like, their family and them, I would always play for them. But I never played for anybody that I just did not know.
Yeah.
Like, I like to play for, like, somewhere I feel comfortable to play. I don't just play for, like, any team. So, I played for them. And I remember I played for Marcus one time also.
Okay.
Kirkland.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was like that was like after it was like my senior year. And
Makes sense.
Just like
okay. Well, just wondering how you feel about that. The last thing that I thought was hilarious this weekend is a referee and a coach ended up playing each other for $1,000 after a game.
1-on-1.
You should have signed me up.
They were, I guess, apparently they were getting into it. The coach and the ref, the coach's team lost. It's a team out from Fresno. I think they got next. I think it's their coach or their director, I believe. I could be wrong, but I know they're based out of Fresno. That much I know, but I could have the program wrong. And I think this guy's also the director. But so then what happened was, I guess after they got heated or whatever, the ref and him said, let's play 1-on-1 for $1,000. And it was a game to 3.
That's
with
it.
game to 3, right? Yeah. With only 3 dribbles, king of the court style.
Yeah.
And from what I heard, it took like 15, 20 minutes. Like, they were both fucking so bad. Like, that's from what I heard, but the coach won. Yeah, I heard the coach won, and the co-part is the ref. I know the ref. I used to coach him at ARC, so I felt kind of bad. I'm not telling you, but I felt bad. I was just like, damn.
$1,000.
I don't know if he actually paid him. I don't know, but the fact,
played me.
Shut up. The fact that all these kids, because all these kids and everybody were recording it.
Yeah.
People were putting it on their Instagram. That's how I saw it.
Oh,
my
for
boy
real?
Carson, who's a referee, was literally sitting under the rim, and I was like, "What the hell is this?" Like, it was at
he
the end
reffing
of courtside. No, he wasn't reffing the game. Shut up. And so it's like, what do we think about that? Like,
I love it.
I bet you do as a kid and a player, but there's no way as a coach I'm gonna play a referee. Like, okay, I'll play him, not right after the game though. Not to like prove some stupid ass point after the game. I'll be like, let's meet up and we could really like play and see who can who. But
if he put $1,000 on it right then and there,
if he put $1,000, I'm gonna give me $1,000.
Exactly.
I'm gonna bust his ass and give me $1,000.
And I mean, at the same time, that's still better than fighting or somebody
True,
talking about they
true.
about to go get their gun.
Right, true.
You know what I'm saying?
They did
I guess
hoop
I'll
it
take
out.
the one-on-one.
Well, and that's the cold part because they told me after the game it escalated to where they were about to fight.
oh, after?
Yeah, after they were talking about fighting, and my boy Carson funny because my boy Carson, who's a ref, he's a goon. He's a straight. He's banned from Cal Fit because he broke a guy's jaw. Like, he's that kind of dude.
Shit.
And he said, "Yeah, I'm watching it." And they were about to fight, and he was like, "I could tell neither one of these two motherfuckers wanted to fight." You know, you see two people about to fight, but you like they don't really want to fight. Basically, like most NBA players, like like they don't really want to fight. They just trying to make it look like they want to fight.
I got a question.
What? Why are you looking at me like that? You like NBA players do not fight.
Look, so if I was the ref, and I was like, put me for $1,000, what you gonna do?
What?
Lose?
Me and you?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm taking that.
Why?
I'm taking that money.
In front of all your YBA
First off, you wouldn't ref because you don't know
I know the game.
You don't know the
I
game
know the
enough.
game amazingly.
not enough to ref it.
Yes, I do.
You know it as a player.
No, I know it as everything.
Okay, as everything.
As everything. I study it.
I'm glad. Shout out to Kai's dad Howard. He's an amazing dude. I like him a lot more than your son. So he's great.
I like him a lot more than I like myself. Also,
Yeah, he's actually talented. He sings. He had an album out. He's on the movie La Bamba and all that stuff. His dad is like really like legit talented and stuff.
if y'all really want to hear the real singer in the family, let me know. I'll come
It's
back
not
on
you.
the show.
It's definitely not you.
I'll
But
come back on the show
Howard
and I'll say
Huntsberry is that guy. So shout out to Howard, man.
Shout out to everybody besides Coach Chris. Coach Chris's hair doesn't hang long enough for me to show him love.
You were holding on to that one, weren't
I
you?
have.
You were holding on to that one.
And Coach Chris is not light skinned; he's pale skinned.
Wow.
He's bright skinned. I'm on him. He's not tan; he's yellow.
Okay. Are you done?
He looks like a white person who put on self tanner.
All your players and all your haters are gonna.
They
love
are
this episode.
gonna love this.
gonna
They
love
really
this
are.
episode.
They really are, and it's okay because it's what I would expect from him. So I got one question then. So we're talking about respectfully
He doesn't have a
disrespectful.
forehead. He has a
Shut
five
up.
head.
Shut up. All
Five
right.
head.
Okay. Speaking about, because that's what kind of made me think about this. Should they let basketball players fight
Yes.
like hockey?
Yes.
Nah, you can't.
Why you say yes? Or are you just talking to talk? Come on, Nemo.
I was waiting for you to say something.
Finding Nemo. Come on.
I actually don't think they should,
Okay.
but sometimes like I feel like if it's taken to a certain point, then yeah.
Okay.
Like I played in a game where somebody's deliberately undercut me. Like after that, I don't feel like we should just be like,
Yeah.
oh, let's play a game. Like now you're scared to play like the rest of the game.
Like take 2 minutes out. Because, they let them fight for like 2 minutes and put them in a little box. Like,
But it's not even just that. Like, if you know somebody's deliberately like going at you to hurt you, then like why shouldn't you be able to
defend
get
yourself.
them back?
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's been games to where like even at Harwood where the riot almost happened. So after the game, a kid like Angel, you remember Angel?
Yeah, I remember Angel, of course.
So we're all playing on the same team. Angel like he went up for a layup to end the game, and the dude like grabbed him. The game's over with. But like even then, even if that type of stuff happens, we can still get kicked out of hardwood or something like that, and something big can happen. And like that guy and like all of that, he came over to where we were sitting at and still talking. Like his mom started talking and all of that. So it's just like it's a point where you're playing basketball, and it's a point where like you're taking it beyond basketball. Like,
right.
If you're deliberately going out of your way to undercut somebody and like trying to intentionally hurt them without trying to make it seem like it, then I feel like you should get beat up.
Yeah.
By the whole team. But other than that, like no, there's no reason you should fight. It's just a friendly, it's like a competitive, friendly sport.
Yeah, I agree.
Like outside of basketball, like it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
But again, they say boxing is a gentleman's sport.
That's
so
why
I
you
mean,
should kindly get beat up if you do that.
Well, I'm just saying, you know,
can we box?
You'd lose.
I'll punch you one time in your Achilles, you'll be done.
You'd be right. You probably would be right. That would.
You would literally have to like bend down and try to get that angle.
Like. I don't fight fair.
Clearly. What about you, Mark? What are your thoughts on this? So, if we actually let players fight, or not, and I don't even mean like kids. I don't mean high school. I mean, I would say maybe professional athletes.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, professionally, you know, you shouldn't. You know, but like he said, you know, there are times, there are moments. I feel like in a way then maybe go back to like how the 80s and the 90s where you don't kick the players out if it gets to that point where you just let them blow off steam. But it's just so tricky because then you look at that one time, I don't know if it was back in the 60s or 70s when Rudy Tomjanovich or whatever.
Oh yeah, he punched him, almost killed him, and like
killed him. It's like
his brain was leaking fluid and all that. Yeah,
like
that
the NBA can't take something like that to happen if somebody gets serious.
Yeah, it was bad.
So that's tough. So I don't know unless they do something like
he got.
Yeah, that's tough. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's how
they got old school footage. You almost kill me. You think so?
I wouldn't kill you, but I'll do you weird and hold you in my arms like you my little baby and be like, I'm sorry.
I mean, yeah, no, that is true because again. You know, they're commodities. I'm kind of split on it, me personally, because it's funny because I see a lot of videos of NBA players, especially nowadays, doing more and more boxing training. Like I literally saw a video of Rondo doing boxing training. I saw videos of Tim Duncan back in the day doing. James Harden was doing boxing training when they were clowning him with his shirt off. And no, it is great cardio. It is, but. Why are they showcasing that so much nowadays? You know what I mean? Like after the whole Rondo Chris Paul thing is like, let me get these boxing videos out just to let people know you better not try me. I'm like, I don't know, man. There are some people who had like legit fighting backgrounds though in the NBA, like
James Johnson off the whatchamacallit, off the Heat.
Yeah.
He's really like that.
Certified killer.
David West used to be a boxer.
Yep.
He was a boxer.
Kendall Gill.
Udonis Haslem was like,
yeah,
he was like that guy in Florida. Like not only was he,
I believe it,
an actual fighter, but he was like that guy in Florida.
I heard Steven Adams folds people.
Yeah, Steven Adams, he's strong as hell, man. That's one dude I'm pretty sure most people wouldn't want to.
Would you mess with him though? Would you beat him up? No.
No, probably not. Probably not.
I can't beat him up. You can't beat me up.
No, I can beat you up. No, but he wouldn't. Yeah, that'd be bad. Nah, I'd run. That's a big dude.
You can't run.
I can run.
Not faster than him.
Steven Adams, yes, I can.
No, you can't. I've seen you run.
You've never seen me.
It's embarrassing.
Is it embarrassing to see me run? Okay. All right, fair enough. That's your opinion.
Like,
I still beat you.
You know when coaches are like running down and back, and you know you have like 10 seconds, they get him like 25.
It's no, I was just thinking about that fact, kind of after watching the coaches and stuff. I was thinking like if they actually let basketball players fight, you know, because it was funny. What am I thinking about that guy's name? The Polish Hammer. What's that?
Pause.
Huh?
Polish Hammer.
Yeah, Gortat.
Yeah,
that's his nickname, the
yeah.
Polish Hammer.
Yeah.
Gortat. He's a boxer, and he was actually advocating like I want them to let us fight in the NBA and stuff like that. So it was just kind of an interesting topic, I thought, just to talk about because I'm seeing some of the nonsense I saw over there, especially with a ref and a coach about to fight.
I'll Ron Artest you.
Ron Artest crazy as fuck. That's one dude I wouldn't want to fight either.
Right.
He just does weird shit.
He just gonna kill you.
Yeah, for real.
I'll Mike Tyson you. I'll bite your ear off.
That's with them big ass teeth, you might.
No, don't talk about having big old teeth.
You have big teeth, guy.
Your teeth don't fit in your mouth.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
Your mouth look like this.
Bro, listen.
Oh, can they see me?
No. Yeah, what do you mean they can see you? Yeah, they can see you. That's how you look all the time.
They say I look like baby Kelly Oubre in the Trey Songz mix.
Mark, you see this shit?
He said Kelly Oubre and Trey Songz.
I've heard it.
Your girlfriend's gonna be embarrassed listening to this.
Shout out to her. Shout out to Abby. He's the best athlete in our relationship.
I can believe that.
Hey.
Okay.
So I do want to do a team shout out to Team Arsenal because they did come down here and they did some great stuff and they beat a lot of teams. Got to give them credit where credit's due. They didn't embarrass me. I didn't play. So they did a lot of good stuff. Also, Jed and Jarena, you guys came out here with your BAS team. That team was freaking phenomenal. So I definitely want to give you guys a shout out. And, you know, obviously coming from the Bay here, I feel like we're going to see a lot more of that. The only other thing I wanted to point out before we're done and get out of here is Elijah Wan will be the next guest on our show. And he is the director of courtside over there. He's the one doing all the tournaments and making sure things are safe, following the protocols because of COVID. So big shout out to Elijah Wan and all he's doing out there. He wanted me to get out there for those who are listening, for the athletes who are listening. Maybe you're some random coach in another state listening. He's going to do a showcase on August 22nd and 23rd, and he's inviting a lot of teams from out of state to come out here and play some basketball and play some really good competitive basketball. So, reach out to Elijah Wan Jones over at Courtside Basketball. They're going to have a showcase August 22nd and 23rd. My 16U team and my 15U team for sure will be in there. And, hopefully we'll come out with a win, this weekend as opposed to, unfortunately, this weekend choking against Arsenal. So, what do you want to?
Can I shout out my people?
Sure.
Hey,
go shout out.
Hey, shout out to my dad and my mom for having me. Thank you. That's it.
Mark, you got anything to add?
Actually, shout out to Coach Brandon too for believing in me, and Coach Lee for believing in me. Everybody that watches this, Coach Chris has never beaten me in basketball. Robert Swift beat me in basketball.
Okay, stop right there. We played you guys multiple times, and I've beaten you multiple times. It was not Robert Swift. Rob was on my team, though.
Robert Swift, the ex-NBA player, beat us. Coach Chris had 2 points.
I did not have 2 points. I had a lot more than 2 points. I'm a three-point shooter. I had a lot more than 2 points.
I've never seen him play.
You've never seen him?
He's the only. I'm not gonna cap. He's the only trainer I've never seen play college basketball.
I'll give Coach Chris one shout out because when I played in a pro-am in Chicago, I had all these people come up to me like, "Yo, your boy dropped 55 out here back in the day." So when I heard that, I was like, "Okay, Coach Chris
had 55."
Yes,
yeah.
Promise that. No,
I literally didn't even know Mark that. I mean, we knew each other. We were hella
Somebody
cool,
saw a picture of me and you, and they were like, "Yo, that dude back in the day in Chicago, he dropped 50."
No cap. How much did he pay you to say that?
You see what I'm saying?
Look,
you see what I did with?
Y'all was out there for a while when I was sitting there. So you told how much you?
I didn't tell him anything to say that.
No, it's a true story. True story.
And he killed it out there in Chicago. He killed it in that.
I saw you play.
You just said you never seen me play.
No, I'm talking about when we played against you. Like, I've never seen you play college. Well, let me say something. Coach Chris said he could dunk from the free throw line. If anybody has footage, please let me know. I want to see it.
Okay.
You said you had a video of what? You said you had a video of doing something.
Of dunking, yeah.
From the free throw line.
Yes.
Hey, Coach Chris's mom. He said he has it on VHS. Please send it to me. I want to see it. If he did it, he did it. But
why do I got to prove my accolades to you? I don't play anymore. Exactly. I just play for fun.
You don't have to.
I bust your ass for fun.
What do you mean? So if there were never stats, like, would you believe anything you were told? Because all we've been taught is what we've been told, right? No. So I'm not finna just believe you.
What do you?
What
but I showed you my college tape.
When?
On YouTube, remember? You just started getting distracted because you have like bad ADD and couldn't pay attention.
I couldn't pay attention because it was terrible.
It was terrible.
Your form is atrocious. I could not watch it. You did have a dunk though. Shout out to Coach Chris for actually dunking one time. He caught a lob.
Here it is. This is
my 14-year-old brother. I've seen him catch a lob.
Oh, this is what you deal with, Mark, when you coach, bro.
Man,
and you train, so I'm sure you hear shit like this all the time.
I got a couple kids like him.
Yeah. Kai's a character.
He's funny.
To be honest, nobody's like me. I'm one of one. That's what my dad tells me and my mom tells me. They say I'm special. Shout out to them again.
They lied to you.
No, they didn't.
Yeah,
I've never met anybody like me.
All right, fair enough. Anything more else to add, Mark?
Coach
Nah,
Fitz is
man,
like
just
me.
want to say good luck, Kai. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, everything turns out good when you go to that prep school, and stay prepared.
Thank you. Oh, wait. Also, one more thing before I leave.
Stop saying one more thing.
No, hold on. Let me look. Swipe up if you want me to be back on the show. I'll show you my true talent. They say I sound like Chris Brown. I say I sound
Who's
like
they? Who's
everybody.
they?
I think I sound like Luther Vandross, but we can have a discussion about it. So swipe up if you want me to comment. Like, if this gets over 10 likes, I'm back on.
He said 10 likes.
10 likes.
That's okay. Well,
So you feel me? Look,
then I guess you should share it and then make sure people listen, huh?
No. This is for the people that are already on here. I want to know, because my people are going to show love. I want to see if your people really want to hear me sing type. Because my people know.
They don't want to hear you sing.
Have you ever heard Luther Vandross? That's what they say I sound like.
Okay, well, he's lying.
No, I'm not. Y'all should have heard me in the beginning.
Well, Kai, thanks for being on the show. I appreciate you. And, I wish you nothing but the best. And
Even though your hairline's receding, I love you too.
how is my hairline receding? My hairline is not receding.
Even though your hair is going backwards.
It's
I
not
love
going
you.
backwards. My hairline is very
Even
stable.
though your hairline is moonwalking.
It's not
I love
moonwalking.
you.
It's very stable. I love you too, but, stop.
Even though your body is built like two twigs.
Your body's built like a box.
A strong box.
And it's not.
A strong
No,
box.
it's not.
A strong old
It's-
box.
it's not.
Like one of them boxes to where like you punch, you like, dang, what's in there?
You look like you should be 37.
Y'all are hilarious.
37 though?
Yeah, maybe.
The oldest I've ever heard was 23.
Nah,
You look like you're about 56.
I do. Well, I know a lot of 56-year-olds that would want to look like this.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody that would want to look like that.
Well, again,
At all, like for real.
they wouldn't.
No one.
Well, thank you
turn
for
me up,
being
watch.
on the
I got
show.
y'all right here.
But no, don't, please don't. But I do appreciate Kai being on the show, adding his goofiness. Again, hit us. Excuse me. Let me get my thoughts together. Give us a follow
No.
on YouTube. Give us a shout out. Share, like, subscribe. One small click for you helps us a lot.
Follow me on Instagram at Kai Huntsberry.
Yeah, sure. Follow Kai if you want to see some more of this tomfoolery. Please follow Coach MJ on GGT, God Given Talent. Go ahead and follow me, Hoopstar I Am. Again, shout out to Ty for all he's doing with the video work, because I think it comes out amazing. And we appreciate all those who've been supporting and listening. We're going to keep the content coming. If you like it, please, keep checking us out. If you don't, hey, that's okay, because like I said, we do this just to get our voice out, just to get some, shine on the basketball world, and to really let people know, what's really going on in the heart of AAU times in this season. So, again, Elijah Wan will be having a showcase August 22nd and 23rd at Courtside Basketball in Rockland. Feel free to reach out there if you need any information. Thank you again, and we are out.
Coach Chris is hella ugly. He built like a baked bean. Ugly as hell. Cheeks rosy as hell.
You are rude.
Built like strawberry shortcake. Don't end it yet. I'm on you.